You know how sometimes you read a headline and think, wow, that's a game changer?
Yeah, totally.
Well, that's exactly how we felt about this deep dive.
Mm,
We're looking at Turkey's huge push
Yeah.
to become a major naval power.
I know, right?
And trust us, it's fascinating.
Jeez.
We're talking about Turkey launching 3 new warships
Yeah, an aircraft carrier, a destroyer, and a submarine.
all at once.
This is not just like a military upgrade or something. This
Yeah.
is like a whole strategic shift.
Right.
What's fascinating to me here is that this move signals a realignment of power in the Eastern Mediterranean,
Yeah,
which we're going to explore the WHY behind this naval expansion today.
exactly. So let's start with the why.
Okay.
We kept seeing this phrase pop up in like every article we read.
Yeah.
The Blue Homeland Doctrine.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Well, it's basically Turkey asserting its presence in the Eastern Mediterranean.
Okay.
It's about protecting their maritime trade routes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But it goes deeper than that. Yeah. They're looking to control a significant portion of the Eastern Mediterranean's resources,
Interesting.
especially energy resources like natural gas.
And this isn't just some abstract idea, right?
Oh, no.
They're putting their money where their mouth is.
Right.
They are going all in on domestic warship production.
Exactly.
What's the significance of that?
So that's a bold statement.
Okay.
See, most countries in the region rely heavily on imports for their military hardware,
Mm-hmm.
often from NATO allies.
Right.
Turkey is trying to break free from that dependency.
Interesting.
They're investing heavily in homegrown technology,
Oh, wow.
particularly in areas like anti-ship missiles and submarine development.
So they want to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Show they can stand on their own 2 feet.
Yeah,
It's like they're sending a message.
exactly. And that message is amplified by their actions on the ground.
Yeah.
They've been establishing military bases across a wide area.
I mean, we saw Qatar,
Qatar, Sweden,
Somalia,
even Libya.
even Libya. That's a pretty diverse portfolio of locations.
It is.
What's the strategic thinking behind that?
These bases act as anchors for their naval operations,
Okay.
extending their reach far beyond their own shores.
Makes sense.
It allows them to project power, respond quickly to events, and control key shipping lanes.
So it's all starting to come together.
Yeah,
Turkey's making a big push for naval dominance,
right.
investing in domestic technology, securing strategic bases.
Uh-huh.
But, and here's the big question,
Okay.
how are other countries in the region reacting to all of this?
Not very well, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, this Blue Homeland Doctrine has led to some serious tension.
I can imagine.
Think about it. The Eastern Mediterranean is packed with countries.
Yeah.
Greece,
Greece.
Cyprus, Egypt, Israel.
Oh, yeah?
They all have their own interests. And now they're looking at Turkey's growing navy with a lot of suspicion.
Especially since the Eastern Mediterranean is sitting on all that natural gas.
You got it.
Everyone wants a piece of that energy pie.
Precisely. And that's where things get really complicated.
Okay.
These overlapping maritime claims,
Right.
where different countries claim ownership of the same patch of sea,
Yeah.
are a constant source of friction.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's like everyone's drawing their own lines on the map, and those
Yeah.
lines are bound to clash.
We read this quote from President Erdogan, where he's saying we must have a strong and effective navy to live in peace on our lands.
Yeah.
But from the perspective of their neighbors, this might sound a bit threatening.
I can see that.
It's almost like they're saying, be peaceful, or else.
Right, and that's what has everyone on edge.
Yeah.
It's a classic security dilemma.
Go.
One country's efforts to enhance its security can be perceived as a threat by others,
Uh-huh.
leading them to do the same, and suddenly you have a spiral of escalating tensions.
So where do we go from here? What's
Okay.
the next chapter in this Eastern Mediterranean saga?
That's the million-dollar question.
Is it?
Turkey clearly sees itself as a rising power, and they're not going to back down easily.
Right.
How other countries respond, how they choose to engage or counter Turkey's moves, is going to determine the future of this region.
It's like watching a high-stakes poker game unfold.
Yeah.
Everyone's holding their cards close to their chest, trying to figure out the other player's moves.
Right.
And the stakes are high, not just for the countries involved, but for the wider world that relies on the stability of this crucial region.
Exactly. And the big wild card here is how these regional dynamics will intersect with global power shifts.
Okay.
Will Turkey's actions draw in other major players?
Good question.
Will it reshape alliances?
Hmm.
It's a complex situation with a lot of unknowns, but one thing's for sure.
What's that?
This Eastern Mediterranean chessboard is only going to get more crowded and more contested in the years to come.
Well, that's a really interesting thought to leave us with.
Yeah.
So, listeners, What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
How will these power dynamics play out?
Yeah.
Will Turkey achieve its ambitions for regional naval dominance? Or will its actions trigger a backlash that further destabilizes the Eastern Mediterranean?
Good questions.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
This has been a fascinating deep dive,
It has.
and we'll be keeping a close eye on how this all unfolds.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning of a new chapter in the Eastern Mediterranean.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.